Good afternoon. This is Nani from Booties and Bonnets. I decided today I was going to unveil one of my newest reborns that I just created. I got to know a very special friend in the community, Melanie from in the Sparrows Nest, and I know when I first joined, she would just write beautiful comments under my videos, and I so appreciated that. She put so much thought into them, and I decided to create a reborn for her, and his name is Mateo. As I was creating this sweet little baby, I just fell in love with her sculpt so much that when I was all finished with it, I asked her if I could make one for me, and she said, yeah, that would be great. We could have twins, like twins in the community. So I'm really excited to present my newest baby. His name is going to be Jose, 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 which is a Spanish name. And the reason I named him Jose is because it's getting close to Christmas time, and I always visualize Mary and Joseph and Christmas, and so I decided this is going to be little Jose. And I want to thank Melanie for being such a wonderful friend. I think we all in the community find people we truly admire and love and respect. And so I had made her a little doll, a reborn, and she in turn gave me this gorgeous horse, which I did show it previously, but it just means so much to me that she would make this. I asked her how she made it, and it's her own pattern, and each horse is one of a kind, and she uses different fabric for each of the horses, and she goes to a fabric store and picks out what she wants, and then she creates these wonderful beautiful horses. So she gave me this as a thank you for the reborn that I had made her and for our friendship. And I so much appreciate this horse. He's just gorgeous. And she put a little feather for her sparrow that she loves so much, and a little heart. So I wanted to show you that. So anyway, I thought I'd kind of show you her horse, and then I was gonna at my last box opening, I had some very special stuff come in the box with the little horse that I have here. And it was for this sweet baby that I created. And I just wanted to share a couple things that came in the box. Was this really cute sleeper with gold stripes and blue stripes and gray stripes. And it's got like a little tractor. And it's for a newborn baby. And it's just one new from Carter's. So Melanie was so sweet to send a couple outfits for this new baby, and because I really don't have a lot of newborn clothes, and it was just wonderful once I got him done to be able to dress him up and show him. So anyway, we got that, and I also had shown this little pacifier before. It's the little Winnie the Pooh pacifier, and Melanie knows that I love yellow, so she sent that. She's just so thoughtful. I really appreciate our friendship, and so I wanted to show you that baby that I made. So we're going to have twins. She's going to have her own little baby, and I'm going to have my own, and I'm just really excited. So here we go. So he's not in a box. He's all wrapped up in a blanket. I've got him wrapped, and here he is. Here's little Jose. I wanted to show you. Oh, there he is. This little blanket he's on, my mother-in-law actually crocheted for my son when he came home from the hospital. But so here's my newest little addition. And I painted him with air dry paints. He's the Joseph asleep. And I just fell in love with this sculpt. As you can see, he's got little eyelashes, applied eyelashes. I made his lips kind of glossy, so he looks very realistic. And his ears are kind of glossy on the inside. And I decided to paint his hair. I love painting hair, and I have my own style, and I think it's so nice not to have to worry about messing their hair up if they wear a little hat or something. So I am just thrilled with how he turned out. So please welcome Jose to my nursery. I have a lot of reborn girls, and so I felt I needed a little boy that could join the nursery. And he's got very sweet hands with, he's got one open hand and one closed hand. And he's just precious. Look at, he's got one closed hand with like his little pinky finger kind of curled under. And his little thumb is inside his hand a little bit. And his fingers are kind of together. And this little hand is wide open, which will be a lot of fun to hold toys or whatever. So, but he sure was fun to create. Every baby turns out very differently, which is kind of the fun part of this hobby, is that you never know how one, that they're not going to be two dolls alike. They're going to be very different. And so I love his coloring, and he just turned out perfect. So I wanted to undress him. In fact, I was going to say his little pajamas. Melanie sent those also. So he's wearing some cream-colored little pajamas with little tractors and little construction trucks which is for a little boy, which I thought was really cute. But so he is just precious as can be. Oh, I'm not sure. I didn't even weigh him yet, but he's 18 inches long, and I'm guessing he's about 4 pounds. He's a good-sized baby, and I weighted his head very realistically. So his head is weighted, and his little arms are weighted, and I'll show you what he looks like. I'll take his little pajamas off so you can see his body. Yeah, I am very thrilled with this little guy. Like I said, when I started creating my first Joseph Asleep, I fell in love with the sculpt, and I'm just thrilled to have him. And I'm also certainly if anybody's interested in purchasing one of my dolls sometime, just contact me, and I'd be happy to let you know what I make and, what I do. And that I've been creating these sweet babies for about 2 years already. So it's been a fun journey making these reborn dolls. And I do use air dry paints, but I put a lot of, I put matte and varnish and primer at the beginning so the paint stays on very well. I've been very happy with this. It's good quality paints. So here he is. You can see his, I even put a little mole on his arm. It looks like a little birthmark. And look at how precious he is. And I put little veins, very fine veins on his legs. So, of course, all babies have lots of little veins. And I put another mole on his foot. I don't know, where's his little foot? Oh, which footy did we put it on? Oh, on his left foot. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a little mole. So, and I put gloss on his nails and tipped them. So he's just precious, and he is just so nice to hold. He's just a little precious little boy. And you can turn his little head really easy. I put a ring so you can turn his head. And anyways, I wanted to show you. I also did eyebrows on him. And we have to remember with this hobby that each artist has their own style, and that's what makes it so much fun to paint these beautiful dolls, is that we all have our unique styles and that. So please welcome Jose to my nursery. He's a little sweet boy. Yes, aren't you? He's just a sweetheart. And I'm so glad that Melanie has a baby just like this so that we can have twins. And we can, so Mateo and Jose will be little cousins. And I'm so excited about that. But, and I also, I bought a very special book at an antique show, and it's called The New Baby, a little golden book. I think we all know, maybe have had golden books when we were young children or whatever, and there are just so many neat little stories. And this one's called The New Baby, and it's written by Ruth and Harold Shane and illustrated by Eloise Wilkin. And there's a little boy with a buggy. I love that buggy. And the little dog. So while little Jose is sleeping, I'm going to read the story. So one day a big green truck stopped in front of Mike's house. A delivery man took a large box from the truck and carried it to the porch where Mike was playing. What could it be? It wasn't Christmas, so it couldn't be a Christmas present. It wasn't a lawnmower. Daddy had a lawnmower. It wasn't a new tricycle. Mike had a new red tricycle. So there's little Mike. Little Mike is playing with his trucks. Oh, Mama's expecting a baby. And it says, "Hello," Mike said to the delivery man. The delivery man said, "Hello there. Is that for us?" asked Mike. "Yes," replied the delivery man. He rang the doorbell, then waited for someone to answer. "What's in it?" asked Mike. "It's a buggy." Mike wondered what a buggy could be. Mommy came to the door. "Bring the box right in," she said. The delivery man put the box by the window. Then he went back to the truck and drove away. So there's the delivery man, and there's the mommy by the door expecting a baby. Oh, Mike is curious what's in the box. Let's see. Mike looked at the big box. What's a buggy, Mommy? He asked. Daddy came in before Mommy had time to answer. "Aha," he said, "here's our new buggy." What is a buggy?" asked Mike again. "It's a little bed on wheels," said Daddy, opening the box. You've seen them lots of times. It's for the new baby." For a minute, Mike didn't say anything. "Whose baby?" he asked at last. "Ours, Daddy said. Before long, we're going to have a new baby." Mike couldn't believe it. Oh, look at the buggy. They're getting ready for the baby. New baby in town. "A baby," he said excitedly. "What will it be like? Will it be a little girl? Will it be a boy? When is it coming here? Will it have red hair like Susie next door?" "Hold on a minute," said Daddy, laughing. "We don't know those things yet. We can only guess. It'll be a surprise." Oh, look at here's the mommy and the kids all eating at the table. Everybody's getting ready. And there's little Mikey. A few days later, Mike had another surprise. Aunt Pat came to visit. "She's going to help us take care of the baby," said Daddy. At supper, Mike asked, "Who'll bring the baby?" Mommy said, "No one will. I'll go to the hospital soon, and the baby will be born there." Aww. So it's a good thing that they have help coming to help. Aunt Pat is going to come and help. That must be Aunt Pat. Having a new baby is a lot of work. There's a lot to know. Oh, that night Mike woke up. It was still dark outside, and the hall light was on. Aunt Pat was in the hall in her bathrobe. Mommy and Daddy were up too. "Where are you going?" Mike asked. Mommy kissed Mike and smiled. "I'm going to the hospital for a baby," she said. "I'll bring it home very soon." In the morning, Mike helped Aunt Pat. He brought out the cornflakes. He helped set the table. He carried the milk from the refrigerator. Then he ate every bite of his breakfast. there's little Mikey. He looks a little sad because his mommy's going somewhere, but he'll be having a brother or sister. The telephone rang. Mike got there first. It was Daddy calling. Daddy said, "Mike, you have a beautiful baby sister." "Oh," said Mike, handing the telephone to Aunt Pat. "Maybe I could run and tell Mrs. Blair." "Of course you may," Aunt Pat told him. So Mike ran next door as fast as he could. Before long, Daddy came home. He boosted Mike into the air and then went into the house. Just then a big green truck stopped in front of the house. The delivery man took a big box from his truck. He was bringing it to Mike's house. What could it be? Oh, there, look at how excited they all are. A baby sister. It wasn't Christmas yet, so it couldn't be a Christmas present. It couldn't be a lawnmower. Daddy still had a lawnmower. And it couldn't be a tricycle. Mike still had his red tricycle. Could it be another buggy? Mike ran up the steps. He didn't even wait to say hello to the delivery man. He went looking for Daddy and Aunt Pat. He was so excited. "Daddy, Aunt Pat, are we going to have another baby?" "What?" asked Daddy. "I hardly think so," said Aunt Pat. "At least not for a while." Why do you ask?" "Oh, they're there in the living room. Aunt Pat and Daddy and little Mike." "Oh boy, let's see." "Oh, well," said Mike, "the delivery man is here with another box. When he brought one before the baby was born." Daddy laughed and said, "This is a surprise for you, Mike. Let's go and get the package." The delivery man was at the door. "Hello," Mike said. The delivery man said, "Hello there." "That's for me," Mike told him, pointing to the package. Daddy and the delivery man carried the big box upstairs. There goes that big box up the steps. Oh. Mike ran upstairs behind them. He and Daddy opened the box. It was really 2 boxes tied together, and there was a big new bed. "For me," cried Mike. Mike and Daddy put it together. Mike was very happy and said, "Now the baby can have my little bed, can't she?" Oh, Mike got a new bed. He wanted very much to see the baby. It seemed a very long time that he had to wait. Aunt Pat and Daddy went to see Mommy and the baby every day. There's Mikey looking out the window. Mike and Daddy talked about what the baby's name should be. Daddy said Mommy had suggested naming her Pat after Aunt Pat. "I like that," said Mike. "So do I," said Daddy. So it was decided. Mike kept wondering, what will the baby look like? When will Mommy bring her home? Then one day Daddy went to drive Mommy and little Pat home from the hospital. Mike sat on the steps and waited. A green car came along. It was not Mike's car. A yellow car came along. It was not Mike's car either. Then a blue car turned the corner. That was Mike's car. "Hello, Mike," Mommy called. "We're home." Mike ran down the sidewalk to the car. Daddy got out first. He gave Mike an extra high boost into the air. Then he turned to Mommy and little Pat. Oh, there's little Mike with his little overalls waiting for his new sister to come home. Oh, Mommy got out of the car, handed the baby to Daddy, and gave Mike a kiss and a hug. She told him how glad she was to be home. Aunt Pat came out of the house. Mrs. Blair and Susie came over from the house next door. Everyone wanted to see the little Pat, but Mike wanted to see her most of all. He looked. She had tiny hands, and she had blue eyes. She had soft, wispy hair. Oh, there's a new baby girl. Look at that. Oh, look at here's Mike. When Mike, Aunt Pat, Daddy, little Pat, and Mommy were inside, Mike asked, "May I hold our baby?" "Of course you may," Mommy said. So Mike sat on the couch. He sat way back and held the baby just right. how proud Mike was. It was wonderful to have a baby, he thought. Oh, I love that story. So yeah, I remember having this book when I was a little girl, or my mom might have read it to me. So I thought that was appropriate since I have a new baby in the nursery, little Jose. And he's just a sweet, I love his little expression. He's just beautiful. I can't wait to dress him and buy him more newborn clothes. So, but thank you everyone for joining me. It's always exciting when we get a new baby coming, or if we create a new baby. So I want to thank everybody for joining me, and have a wonderful day. So thanks a lot. Bye-bye.